Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I do hope and pray this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. And this morning, I'm going to answer a question that many of you have been asking me over the last few months, and in particular, this last month. With all that's going on in the world, all the heart-wrenching stuff, all the anxiety, all the fear, all the anger, all the stuff that you're saying, okay, I need to put a foothold in my life. That's going to galvanize my faith. It's going to help me to move forward each and every day so I can stand for peace, so I can be a demonstration of my faith, so I can be contagious in how I show up each and every day. And I'm so grateful you feel this way, that you want to practice this way. And this is something that is a response to what's happening right here and right now. And I believe if you're like me, have you ever felt the way that you're feeling right now and seeing the things that you're seeing and knowing that you're being called to another level of courage, spiritual courage? And you're looking for a way to galvanize your physiology, your neurochemistry, and your spiritual contagion. Well, you're going to love this because this is ours to do right now. We are absolutely being called to do this. I believe like no other time, this is ours. And we have to dedicate ourselves. We have to feel excited about it. We got to feel grateful that we get a chance to choose to do these practices. And this practice of meditation is something that I speak about all the time. But if you've ever kind of said, I don't know if I've got the time. I don't know how to do it. I find myself when I'm doing it that my mind is drifting, going other places. Well, you know what? That's exactly what's supposed to happen. That's meditation. Our mind will go other places. And then we get a chance to recognize and call ourselves back. That's life right now, isn't it? Your mind goes to places of fear, and you recognize that you can call yourself back. Your mind goes to places of judgment, and your mind recognizes this, and your heart calls yourself back to be compassionate. That's meditation. And whether you can do it for 2 to 4 minutes a day, and that is what science tells us is enough to start the chain reaction of love and compassion and self-awareness. And these 5 things are going to happen when we start today with a new dedication, a renewed level of hope, a renewed level of, yes, this is never, ever going to be something I'm ever going to miss again the rest of my life. Number 1, when you meditate, you increase your empathy, your social awareness, your intuition, your compassion, your self-awareness, and acceptance. Social awareness, right? Self-awareness, acceptance. I feel more often than not these days that I don't know what to do. And I feel like I'm so caught up in trying to do it right that sometimes I do nothing at all. That's okay. I want to be a student. I want to have more empathy for myself and more compassion. So no matter what, I'm still standing for peace. And I'm still standing for being a demonstration of that kind of love. Number 2, how does this happen? You're getting more blood flow to something called the anterior cingulate. The anterior cingulate, she is your center of genius and compassion and awareness. When you get more blood flow to go to that part of your brain, you quiet the part of the amygdala, number 3, where your fear is, where your judgment is, where your separation lies. So as you're putting more blood into that part of your brain, you're pulling more energy from the part of your brain associated with fear and judgment. How many people in the world could use that right now? It's beginning with me. So as you're taking away that fear and taking away that separation, you also are taking away that mindless reflex. And that is something I see so many of us working on. I'm working on it, right? When you see something on the news, you see something out in the world, and you immediately say something or you feel something, you're like, wait a second, that's an old belief. I don't want to be behaving that way. I don't want to think that way. I don't want to react that way. I want to react in a better way. I want to be using what I'm feeling to channel into moving something forward. I want to develop a new way of believing and showing up in the world as a demonstration for peace. And the only way to do that is actually recognize in that moment, I can make a better decision. I can be love. I can be acceptance. I can be compassion. I can be courageous. And I can stand in that space. Number 5, what happens is you have exceptional thinking that leads to exceptional and courageous action. Exceptional thinking. So do you ever find yourself, you're thinking about how you want to respond right now. You're thinking about what you could be doing differently. You're thinking that you should have done things differently. But what happens in meditation, that thinking encourages action, which is what we need right now. We need to activate our spirituality. We need to take ourselves off the yoga mat and be courageously demonstrating what yoga is, which is all about the presence and the understanding of the power of presence. If your demonstration right now, when you go out in the world, is simply being a demonstration for peace and possibility, that is enough. This is your time to use meditation, your practice in the morning, to galvanize that neurochemistry, that physiology into your spirituality. So when you go out in the world, you are a stand for that hope, for that possibility, for that joy, for that light that the world is asking for right now. Meditate now. Meditate like your life depends on it. Meditate like your life becomes a demonstration to catalyze every life and every human being who lays eyes on you. Those who don't even see the way you do. That's actually the greatest place to stand right now, right? Because that's where my work is too. I see that and I say, I want to connect with that. So we become one. No more that, no more there, no more them, one. That's what meditation's magic is all about. The mystical magic of common community. Beautiful. So with that, much love. Every blessing. Thank you for being you. I love you. Bye for now.